And welcome, sports fans, to another game here in beautiful Austin, Texas, between your San Juan Diego Catholic High School Saints and the Summit Christian Academy Eagles. Tonight's starting lineup for the Summit Christian Academy is Paul Sherrill, number 1, Jack Murray, number 1, number 2, Benton Balangi, number 3, Aaron Campbell, number 4, Tyler Kelly, number 5, Tyler Oswald, number 5, Carl Kober, number 10, Grant Wilson, number 14, Wyatt Elder, number 15, Ben Jacobson, number 22, Gavin Ariz, number 23, Casey Cadell, number 30, Tanner Ingram, number 42, Blake Wilson. The coach for the Eagles is Jasper Eden. He's the head coach of the Eagles basketball team. And now for your starting San Juan Diego Saints. Well, let's get going when they start up here. Looks like the Saints have all their players. My name is Ryan Dunning, folks. Thank you guys for being here with us today. With me in the booth, as always, is my partner in crime, Gary Delgado. And now we get ready to introduce the San Juan Diego Saints to you lovely people. Number 10 is Joaquin Montez for the Saints. Joaquin Montez is a point guard for us. We have Mateo Aceves coming in at number 30 here. Armando Garza, probably their best shooter by far. And number 42 at center is Max Duarte. And number 13, our senior Roel Perez. So those are going to be your starting 5. Michael Caldron is the head coach of the San Juan Diego Saints. His assistant coach is Gino Poca. The Saints come into the game tonight 11-10 on their overall record. They are 2-0 in the district. Summit Christian is got an overall record of 0-7, and they are 0-3 in the district. They both play in TAPS 2A. Sorry, I didn't mean to clear my throat for all you people out there. But they play in TAPS 2A District 5. And so we get ready to tip off this district battle here between the San Juan Diego Saints and the Summit Christian Eagles. So as we get going here, coming off the last game for the Saints, they had a dominating win just a couple days ago here at the Halo in Austin, Texas. And as they get the tip off here, Summit Christian ends up getting that tip in there, bringing it the other direction. Summit Christian is moving right to left on your screen. The Saints are moving left to right on your screen, and they drive in and they take a jump shot, and that one's off the mark and is rebounded by Montez. Montez will bring it back the other way for the Saints. Kicks it over to Mondo, who takes a long-range 3 to start us off, and he nails that one, so we get a 3-0 lead for the Saints right off the bat. Summit Christian messes up the inbound pass, and Montez gets the loose ball, gives it to Mondo, who sets up the offense, passing it around to Mateo, who drives it into the lane, puts it up, and that one's good off the glass. So that gives us a lead of 5-0 already. Saints are bringing the pressure here early in the game. Summit Christian ends up picking up his dribble, and so he ends up getting contested ball. That's going to be a jump ball, and this is going to stay. This is going to stay with Summit Christian. So say hi to the lovely folks out there, if you would, Gary.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast. And we're looking forward to another action-packed game here. And the Saints are off to a good start, just like we want to see, right?
Exactly, and Mondo hits another one, as you just said that, right? So Mondo's already on fire, making his first 2 shots here, and Summit Christian works on getting it up, getting it across mid-court, as they've been pretty much on this half of the court all game. Saints getting the half-court pressure. They get the steal. Mondo in the corner for another one. That one's off the glass and in, so he's having it fall for him tonight, 3 in a row.
Wow.
He's already on fire.
Yeah, and this is just what you want to see, right? They came off that good win the other day, and you want to see them keep that momentum.
Yeah, and Summit Christian finally gets it across midcourt, but they're unable to successfully get that layup, so we get a quick turnaround for the Saints, and they're able to put that in. That's Mondo's 4th shot. He's really laying it on them. So Summit Christian's able to get it past there, almost uncontested. He puts up a shot, and that's no good. He's fouled by Max Duarte, and looks like one of their players hit his knee, so he's down for just a moment. Gary, what a start to this game. It's just been all Saints so far.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, coming off that game, their last game, which they did great. You'd like to see them keep that momentum through district, and this is just the start you want to see for them.
Right, and this will be a good chance, to just see if the Saints are like that top tier team that you would expect. So looks like the Summit Christian player here that's down on the floor is number 2, Benton Bollingy. He's a point guard and a strong guard for Summit Christian Eagles. Looks like he hit his knee pretty good and is injured. So we wish the best to that young man, and hopefully he can recover quickly.
Yeah, it looked like he might have twisted his knee a little bit. I saw him kind of motioning to the trainer there, but he looks. I mean, he's having a hard time walking, but it doesn't look too serious. It looks like he's all right.
So to take his shots here, because he was the one that was fouled, we have number 15. That's going to be Ben Jacobson. He is a power forward and a senior. He's 6'3", 170. And we go ahead and we get started. And he misses that one. So Saints end up getting that one. They throw it quickly down to Mondo, who's been down there at the three-point line. Gets it and he kicks it back out to Mateo. Mateo takes that shot from the corner and misses. Summit Christian gets the rebound and they push it back the other direction. They end up getting a foul on the edge. This one's going to be on Montez. Montez ends up fouling here. It's going to be his first of the game. So Summit Christian will take it out of bounds. They inbound the ball. And Ben Jacobson has it as he brings it back across midcourt with the pressure from the Saints at midcourt. He's double teamed in the corner. This one's also going to be a jump ball. And this one's actually going to go with Summit Christian. I think earlier I announced that one stayed with Summit Christian. That jump ball actually stayed with the Saints on that last one. So this one goes to Summit Christian. They pass it in by having it knocked away, and it's poked out of bounds by Montez. So Summit Christian will try to pass it in again here. And it just feels like the Saints are suffocating them already in this beginning.
Yeah, and that's perfect timing here by their coach to call a timeout. Yeah, I think you're exactly right. They pulled the full court press, and they're just Summit Christian's having a hard time advancing the ball right now.
When you're on Summit Christian side of stuff, and you come out and you face this difficult push at the beginning of a game, it's really important to regroup and fight through that. A lot of times what you end up having happen is teams will come out and just give you their best shot right off the top.
Right.
And if you can weather that storm, as they say, you stand a chance of fighting your way back into the game because, we still have a long ways to go.
Absolutely.
So we've got 5:51 here in the first period. It's 14-0. Saints over the Eagles. Eagles pass the ball in. Jacobson has it. Facing the pressure from the Saints. Struggling to get across midcourt, but he's able to do it in under 10, but he's double teamed in the corner. Dribbles right into that pressure and has the ball contested and stolen. So this one is going to go with the Saints now. So we're going to get a pass in from Montez. Montez inbounds the ball to Mondo, who has pressure from number 21 of the Eagles. Passes it down to Mateo in the corner. Mateo passes it into the block to Max. Max goes up and puts up an easy layup off the glass. 2 points for Max Duarte. Aaron pass inbounds and Roel immediately steals it. Kicks it out to Montez at the top of the arc. Montez sets up the offense. The Saints move around, passes it to Mateo. Mateo passes it down to the block to Max, who goes up strong, puts up another 2 points off the glass. So that's 2 in a row for Max for 4 points. Summit Christian actually gets the ball inbounded, but that one's immediately stolen, and we get a whistle. We're going to get another penalty here. This one's going to be on Mondo Garza for pushing. That's his first of the game. Just under 5 minutes here to go in the first period. Summit Christian to inbound the ball, and they have that one knocked away. Well, Gary, a lot of times you end up playing for your pride.
You do, yes, absolutely. And on the flip side, for the Saints, jumping out to a big lead like this, you don't want to be too aggressive. You want to stick within your game plan and not kind of get carried away. You can run into some foul trouble in that way.
Yeah, and it's really a good opportunity for you to practice being efficient,
right?
Being precise. Like you mentioned already, you're trying to execute an offense.
Right.
So in a game like this gives you a chance to really hone in those skills with an actual opponent. 4:31 in the first period here. Got a score of 18-0. San Juan Diego Saints on top. Summit Christian Eagles will go to the line. That young man's got a jersey of number 13, but that's not on their roster. So I'm not sure what his name is. But number 13 shoots it for Summit Christian. Misses the first one, and he takes the second one here. That one's too long and off the backboard, and the Saints get the rebound. Mateo brings it across, drives it into the lane with a dribble penetration for the easy layup. Summit Christian inbounds the ball. They have the high pressure. Mondo's got him on the edge. Passes it. Still struggling to get it across midcourt. He's fighting for it, and he's able to get it across midcourt to number 4. He throws up a shot, and that one's short. Goes out of bounds, and this one's going to go with the Saints. You kind of feel rushed if you're Summit Christian, so I get why that young man takes that shot. Saints work it back the other direction. Montez has the ball. Passes it off to Mateo, who brings it to the top of the arc for the 3. Just a little bit short, hits the rebound, but Roel gets the rebound, puts it back up, misses, gets his own rebound, kicks it back out up top to Mondo. Mondo drives it back into the lane, puts up the easy basket. Mondo's having a heck of a game already, Gary.
Yeah, he is. We've seen the long-range shot from him. Now we see the penetration and the floater.
Just he's going to have his run of this one. Summit Christian breaks the trap, and they get it across midcourt. They put up the basket, and that one's up over the top of the basketball backboard and out of bounds. So we get a couple substitutions here. In for the Saints is Mateo Papula and Aiden McCormick. They're going to come in for Joaquin Montez and Roel Perez. Everyone else stays. McCormick pushes it across midcourt, top of the arc, drives it into the lane, uncontested almost, but then he gets hit, and that one's knocked out of bounds. This will stay with the Saints. Passes it down low to Max, who is wide open for the easy basket. 3 minutes to go in the first period. 24-0, Saints on top. Summit Christian working on getting the ball across midcourt, and they pass it out of bounds. This one's going to go back the other way to the Saints. I know as a coach, I got to think about what Coach Calderon is thinking with this. I mean, it would be easy to just let your starters just run away with this thing.
Right. Yeah, I like the call of bringing in some early substitutions, letting Aiden, run the offense a little bit and spread it out. It can only be a good thing.
Right, and this is, like you were just mentioning, a great opportunity to get players that don't usually get high minutes, give them opportunity. See what you have for the next year, since this is high school basketball. And so, like you mentioned, it's good to see Aiden McCormick run it. Mateo Papula punches the pass out of bounds, and it'll stay with Summit Christian. But Saints are just keeping the pressure on here, suffocating the Eagles at the start of this ball game. The Eagles get it across midcourt, still double teamed in the corner, and they throws it off of the Saints. So they're going to inbound the pass again. For Summit Christian, I wonder, if their coach is going to make any adjustments. Doesn't seem like he's been up and down and talking to them very much. Saints quickly get it in transition and turn it around. Gets a foul, gets pushed. Mateo gets pushed, and he'll go to the line on that shooting penalty.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the Eagles' record, and it's safe to assume they're having a tough season this year. So, it works both ways, right? So in the same way that Coach Calderon is checking out what his players for the future, same thing for the other coach too. He's going to see how his guys are going to react, and which players are really going to stick with it and put up a fight, right?
Right, and you're constantly in evaluation mode, as a coach. So Mateo missed both those free throws, and a substitution was made. Diego Sanchez is in for senior Max Duarte at center. Diego Sanchez wearing number 2 for the Saints. Summit Christian gets it across, puts up a shot, and that one's no good. Get the loose ball rebound. Aiden McCormick quickly passes it to Mateo Populo, who gets the ball up and off the glass and in for the layup. Another 2 points for the Saints. The Eagles inbound the ball, and they bring it back the other direction, moving right to left on your screen. They're able to get the ball across midcourt, but they're trapped in the corner still, and they have that one stolen. Mateo Aceves has that ball stolen, and this one is going to be a penalty.
Yeah, that pressure is just tough from the Saints, and as soon as you pick that dribble up, you're stuck, and that's one of the ways you could try and beat that pressure is by, try and dribble through it and not pick up your dribble.
What a play by Mateo to drive that one in and get the 2 points. I couldn't agree with you more, and I think that's why they work on things like the weave for passing and different things like that. So movement on the floor and giving your guy a place to go is really important as well.
Yes, movement without the ball when you don't have the ball,
right?
Moving around and trying to get yourself open,
right, and being able to communicate that, to your teammates. Summit Christian going to make a couple of substitutions in here. We got number 55 coming in and number 10. They're going to come in for number 35 and number 21. The names are not exactly correct to the jersey numbers here, so I'm not going to butcher all that. Summit Christian Eagles inbound the ball, and they bring it from right to left across midcourt. Saints have backed off the pressure at this point. Gets the crossover. Just good, solid pressure. They get the shot up, and that's no good, but there's a whistle. And we're going to get a couple shots here. Diego Sanchez hit him in the arm, so he's going to get a couple shots here. Just 1 minute to go in the first period. 28-0 is your score. And he puts the first one up, and that's no good. Armando Garza has been substituted out for Montez, who's back in the game for the Saints. And the Eagles are not successful with either of their free throws as the Saints get the rebound and move the other direction. Aiden McCormick has it at the top of the arc to set up the offense for the Saints. Gets it over to Diego Sanchez. Diego gets it over to Mateo Popula, who drives it all the way into the lane for the easy bucket, uncontested, all the way to the basket. Down to the last 40 seconds of the first period here. The Eagles are working to get the ball across midcourt, and they do. They get the pass. A three-pointer from long range, and they make their first points of the ball game here with that long-range three by number 15. Saints have it. They get it across in transition quickly. Aiden McCormick has it and passes it to Mateo Aceves at the top of the arc. He drives it in, pulls it back out for the jumper, and that one's short. But Diego Sanchez works hard to get the rebound. He's triple-teamed under the basket. Gets the ball out, but that loose ball is picked up by Summit Christian Eagles, and they work it back the other direction. They get it across midcourt. Down to the last second. And that one counts because it was shot beforehand, and he gets another three. So a late rush here by the Eagles to pick up a few points to end the first period. Your San Juan Diego Saints have 30, Summit Christian Eagles 6. And we'll be right back after the first period here. And we break the huddle, and we're back here to start the second period with Joaquin Montez to inbound the ball to Aiden McCormick. As the Saints get going in the second period, we'd like to take a second to thank some of our athletic sponsors here at San Juan Diego Catholic High School. We'd like to thank Oldham Orthodontics, and at Oldham Family Orthodontics. You are more than just a patient to us. You are part of our family. Dr. Maxwell Oldham and his team will provide the best care possible. So we'd like to thank the Orthodontics for supporting our athletic sponsor. The Saints get it in a quick turnover, and they put up a shot, and that's no good, and they're just fighting for that loose ball under the basket. And Summit Christian Eagles end up coming out with that rebound, working it back the other direction. Aiden McCormick pressures him. Summit Christian's passing around. Mateo tried to steal that one, but the Eagles get it back. But now there's a loose ball, and Diego Sanchez gets it, passes it quickly over to Mateo, who's under the basket for the easy layup. Excellent play by the Saints. Summit Christian works it back across midcourt. The Saints have stopped putting on the half-court pressure with this kind of lead. There's really no need for that. But Mateo fights hard for that ball and steals it off the dribble. Gets it over to Montez, who drives it up the court. Gets challenged, passes it underneath to Aiden McCormick, who's standing at the block for the easy layup.
Yeah, I like the idea of pulling back the press here. I mean, you know, it's all this. Like we said, this also gives you an opportunity to set your defense right and work on those aspects of the game as well.
Right, the kind of things that kind of get overlooked from time to time.
Right, and the things that teams have a tendency to abandon in games like this, right, where it gets out of hand and then you just kind of start freewheeling it and, you know, kind of lose sight of the overall big picture.
Yeah, and, you know, I know it's not popular in the NBA anymore to play defense, but, you know, it's still a valuable part of the game, right? So
hey, I'll take good defense any day.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully we see that trend change in the NBA, back to, you know, playing some defense. But until then, we've got high school basketball here, right? So we're here in beautiful Austin, Texas at San Juan Diego Catholic High School, where our San Juan Diego Saints, with a score of 36, are defeating Summit Christian Eagles with a score of 6. So the Eagles will inbound the ball. 6 minutes to go in the second period. And they bring it across midcourt. Eagles have it at the top of the arc. They set the pick. But now they got double team pressure. Good pressure by the Saints. Montez tries to steal it and almost does, but then he throws the ball away and Mondo brings it across midcourt, slows it down.
Nice job right there. Nice job.
Yep, that's a veteran heads-up play by Mondo. Mateo just going to get that pass and take it right into the clear lane. I mean, there was nobody there. Take what they give you.
Yep.
Ooh, that's going to be a penalty on Roel. Roel's got to watch his body. Can't body up on him.
Yeah, he has a tendency to get a little aggressive in there.
Can be a good thing and a bad thing, right?
Right.
So the Eagles inbound the ball. Try to drive it into the lane, but have that one stolen. Montez quickly passes it to Roel, who's under the basket for the easy 2 off the glass.
I thought he might dunk it there. I was waiting for it.
Yeah. Hey, Roel, if you're watching this, I expect the Air Jordan next time here. So we're under 5 minutes in the second period. Eagles have it. Shoots a 3, and that one's just off the mark. Saints get that rebound. Roel takes it and passes it over to Joaquin. Joaquin will bring it across for the Saints and set up the offense. Mondo has it and passes it to Roel, who passes it right back. Coach Calderon's telling him to set up the play. Montez cuts through the lane, passes it to Diego Sanchez at the top of the arc. Diego Sanchez picks up his dribble and has the pressure from the Eagles, but he's able to get it over to Roel.
Nice job of running the play there. You could see them moving without the ball, and there it is right there.
And you get things like this as well. Even if it doesn't become a successful basket, he was fouled, so now he's going to get 2 free opportunities, right?
Right, exactly.
So Joaquin will take the first one here. And unlucky with that one is no good. Saints make a substitution. Max Duarte is going to come back in. He's going to come in for Mateo, who's going to come out. We get the second shot of the 2 here from Montez. Montez goes ahead and puts up the second shot. And that one falls for him, so he's 1-1 on that one. 1-4-2, on that one. And we go ahead and we pass it in with the Eagles going the other way. And the Eagles throw up one from long range off the glass, and they're able to knock down another 3-pointer. So they pick up 3 more points. That makes the score 41-9 here in the second period. 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Max has it at the block down low. He's getting double teamed. He's able to find Diego Sanchez, who kicks it back out, and then we get a whistle. And this is going to go the other direction.
I think that was a 3-second violation.
Oh, 3-second violation?
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't get called too often.
No, it doesn't. Got to keep your feet moving when you're in the key. You got to get in and out.
Yeah, right? Got a flash. Like Queen. Flash. No, just kidding. Anyway. So we get a jump ball here again, and it'll stay with the Eagles. So we get another substitution for the Saints. Diego Sanchez comes out for Mateo Aceves, who's coming in. And the Eagles take a quick shot. That one's off the rim, and the Saints get the rebound, pushing it back the other direction. They slow it down. Mondo takes it to set up the offense. Mondo gets it to Roel. Trying to find someone down low. Passes it back up and gets the dribble penetration from Mateo Aceves, who gets the easy layup off the glass. So we're under 3 minutes here. Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. A pretty dominating performance from the Saints. But the Eagles have shown some real grit and some real effort here. I have to give it to them. They haven't given up, Gary.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's what you got to do. Keep fighting.
I can respect teams like that. You know? It's the ones that give up that I struggle with.
Yeah.
Mondo slowly brings it across midcourt. Saints set up their offense. Mateo takes it down in the corner. Gives it back to Mondo, who takes a long-range 3. And that one's just off the mark, but Max Duarte's there for the rebound, misses his layup, and the Eagles get the rebound, taking it back the other direction. Number 21 takes it on the outside of the arc, passes it to number 4. Takes a shot from long-range 3, and that one's no good, and the Saints get the rebound going back the other direction. Mondo has it at the top of the arc, set up the offense, pass it over to Roel, gets it back. Mondo with a 3, and that one falls for him, completely uncontested there.
Yeah, if you give him a look like that, chances are he's going to drain it.
Yeah. Like liquid Drano.
Mm-hmm. Straight in.
Saints double team, and we get over and back. So it's going to be Saints ball. They're going to pass it in. We're going to get another substitution. Aiden McCormick's going to come in. And Joaquin Montez comes off for the Saints. So Aiden will pass it in. Mondo has it and brings it across midcourt. Mondo's able to pass it up and over the defense to the extended arm of Mateo Aceves, who's able to put up the easy layup and off the backboard and in. Heck of a play there. And Mondo's able to steal the ball at midcourt from the Eagles. He gives it across midcourt and slows things down. Kicks it into the corner. Gets it back. He's able to throw it down low to Max, who goes up strong, gets double teamed, and that's going to be a penalty. Looks like Max will go to the line here.
So stay tuned for halftime, folks. We're going to have another interview, right? I know we've had a couple of former students the past couple of games. But we're going to have some current students tonight.
That's right. We're going to have a couple outstanding students here that are currently juniors, and they're going to talk with us about what it's like to be a San Juan Diego Saint.
Very cool.
So Max misses that first free throw. So stick with us as we have that interview at halftime here. Max puts up the second one, and that one's no good. Down to 55 seconds here, and this one's going to stay with the Saints as it goes out of bounds off the Eagles off that rebound. Roel gets the inbound pass. Kicks it into Mateo, who drives through the lane, gets the layup, and that one's no good. So the Eagles will bring it back the other direction. They push the pace, but the Saints are there to double team him and make him slow down. But he's able to go and drive into the lane, puts the shot up. That one's no good. Roel gets the rebound, 35 seconds to go. Mondo's down at the other end, uncontested, all by himself, and he gets the easy layup. The Eagles have it down to the last 20 seconds of the first half. Roel is there to poke that pass away, but the Eagles get the rebound. This one is going to be a travel on the Eagles, so it's going to come back the other direction with the Saints. 13.6 seconds remain in the half. Roel inbounds it to Mondo, who brings it across midcourt. Under 10 seconds. Mateo's uncontested until he gets down low, puts the shot up. That one's no good. Eagles get the rebound, and that's the end of the half. So stick around with us in a short 30 seconds. We'll be back with our interview. We appreciate everybody sticking around with us today. San Juan Diego Catholic High School, the school that works. All right. Well, welcome, folks, back to our broadcast here at the Halo in Austin, Texas, at San Juan Diego Catholic High School. As you guys know, we do interviews during our halftime portion of these games. And with us today, I'd like to introduce a couple of our standout students, a couple of juniors here at San Juan Diego. Ladies, go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Perla Sanchez.
Hi, I'm Jude Martinez.
And these two young ladies have been at San Juan Diego since they were freshmen. Like I said, they're currently juniors right now. Ladies, when you think about San Juan Diego and your experience here, what are some of your favorite things that you look forward to?
You can go first.
I really look forward to the opportunities I get from the CIP program. I think it's really interesting and unique.
Yeah, I would agree.
I look forward to seeing Perla.
I look forward to seeing Perla. Well, as Perla mentioned, the corporate internship program is a program we have at San Juan Diego that places each grade level into a job around the city of Austin. One day a week, each grade level goes out and they work that particular job. So, ladies, where have you worked in this program?
For the last 3 years, I've been working at Dell Technologies in Round Rock.
I've actually had 3 different jobs. Well, 4 actually. I started out at Dell Children's Hospital, and then I was at LCRA last year. And then this year, I've worked at both the Diocese of Austin and the front office here at San Juan.
Wonderful. And with those experiences that you guys have had, do you think that gives you, when you're out away from school and you're talking to students that don't attend San Juan Diego, would you say that the corporate internship program is something that they're interested in or curious about? Do you think it gives you some kind of advantage in any way?
I definitely think so. People are really impressed when you say you work at a hospital. Definitely, people are very interested about what you do in your day-to-day, like having to communicate and work with adults who actually have real jobs.
Right, that are actually there.
Yeah, I agree with Jude. I definitely think that whenever you tell somebody who's your age, around 16, 17 years old, they're kind of like, wow, how did you get that job? Or how are you doing that? And so it's really interesting to just tell them about what you do and how you got there. And even if your job is simple and you might not really like it, they still don't experience that. And so you just kind of get to experience something new. And I like it.
Right. And, I don't know all these kids like you guys might because they're your age, but I would imagine that there's not too many high schools that offer a program like the corporate internship program.
Especially, I don't think here in Austin, at least, just us. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, other than the corporate internship program, what if you were trying to tell a student about San Juan Diego, and they were going to come tour the school, what kinds of things would you point out to them?
I would mention how the teachers are really invested in your success. They definitely try to make sure that you understand what's going on in class. They offer to stay after school, to come in during lunch, and they're really interested in seeing you be the best student that you could be here at the school. So I really like that.
She's not saying that because I'm her teacher either, I'm sure.
No.
I would mention that you can take ACC classes here. You can take any sorts of classes from cooking or anything you're interested in, and that opens a lot of opportunities to find out what you like to do or what you might like to major in later, which is definitely a really great tool.
Yeah, and I would say, something I might add to it is that with our school being so small, it's really an intimate experience between teachers and students in terms of we can take our time as teachers to invest in students like
Yeah.
you're talking about. And in full disclosure here, Perla's brother is playing in the game tonight. And her older siblings have been students of mine in the past as well. And for me, that's one thing I absolutely love about the school, is seeing generations come through.
Yeah.
So we're just about through halftime here. And so the last thing I'll ask you guys is what your future plans are. You guys are coming up on your senior year, and then what you'd like to do after you leave San Juan Diego. And I cry. No.
I would like to go into environmental engineering, possibly at UT or Rice. Definitely something along the lines of helping the environment, probably through an engineering focus.
Wonderful.
I would also like to go to UT to study psychology and maybe get a doctorate in that and become a psychologist or a psychiatrist, something along those lines.
Fantastic. I love the lofty goals, and you ladies are certainly more than capable of getting there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I will miss you, but I look forward to writing those letters of recommendation when the time is right, okay? Just remind me so I do it. All right. Well, ladies, I want to thank you for your time today. Enjoy the rest of your game, the game that's out here, excuse me. And anytime you guys want to come back and announce anything or give us any more insight, you are more than welcome to, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank
Mr.
you.
All right, ladies, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Perla and Jude, a couple students here from San Juan Diego Catholic High School that are juniors at our school. And we're getting ready to start off the second half here as we inbound the ball with the Saints having it first, and Mondo's bringing it up the floor from right to left. The Saints have it with Max at the top of the key. Mateo takes it at the top of the key, and he drives it into the lane, putting up a shot, and that one's no good. But Max gets the rebound. He puts it back up, and that one's no good. However, he's fouled, so he's going to get another opportunity. So the Saints are figuring it out here as Max gets ready to take his free throws.
That sure was cool having the ladies up here. That was awesome.
It was wonderful, and you know those young ladies. I'm just so proud of them. They're really special, and it's really fun to talk to them in that capacity outside of class. So the Eagles have it as they drive it into the lane, but then kick it back out. Starting to set up their offense. Saints bring the pressure. Having a tough time getting in there, and that ball is read and stolen from Mateo, who takes it all the way the other way. And he's able to get the layup off the glass. Heck of a play by Mateo, who read that all the way. So Summit Christian will bring it back the other direction. But Mateo stole it again, and he's able to score that one, extending the Saints' lead here. The Eagles get it, and they bring it back the other direction. Well, earlier in the broadcast, if you heard me and I wasn't able to get through the ad, is because my phone died. So I would like to thank some of the athletic sponsors here at San Juan Diego. Oldham Orthodontics. At Oldham Family Orthodontics, you are more than just a patient to us. You are part of our family. Dr. Maxwell Oldham and his team will provide top-level orthodontic care using state-of-the-art technology with a customized treatment plan to help you achieve the smile of your dreams. Contact us today for a free consultation at 512-256-7886. So we'd like to thank them for sponsoring San Juan Diego Athletics. And if you would like your message to be broadcast here, feel free to contact the school and set that up. So the Saints had it, and they went down and scored a couple of times, and now Mondo gets that steal, and he slows it down to set up the offense for the Saints. Kicks it across to Montez. Montez takes a long-range three, and that one's off the mark. And the Eagles get that rebound, and we'll bring it back the other direction. So you can see in the second half here the pace is slowed down, Gary.
Absolutely, yep. Yeah, you can see the Saints pulling up a little bit. I mean, they got those 2 or 3 steals right off the get there. And, yeah, it seems like they're taking it a little easy on them here at the moment.
Yeah, I bet Coach Calderon at some point will put in some of the other players, like we mentioned earlier, maybe Isaiah or Maddox or somebody like that. So the Eagles having an issue getting this ball in bounds, and that will be a turnover. This one's going to go back the other direction with the Saints here as Mondo brings it up the floor. We'll take another moment of our time to thank an athletic sponsor here, St. Anthony Marie de Claret, Knights of Columbus. Together we are empowering Catholic men to live their faith at home, in their parish, at work, and in their community. We'd also like to thank Rio Construction for a donation of $500 working on information. We'd like to thank Next Gen Latinos. Next Gen Latinos LLC is a multifaceted boutique consultancy firm. Areas of expertise include executive coaching, leadership development, executive presence, career advancement and transitions, personal branding, storytelling, strategic planning, and team coaching. NGL empowers emerging and experienced leaders to achieve authentic action, exceed expectations, and live a great story. And as we do that, we'd also like to thank some of our corporate sponsors that sponsor the corporate internship program here at San Juan Diego, like Dell Technologies and Seton Ascension.
What a great program that is. It's just, you can just see it, hearing the ladies talk during halftime, how much it helps them in life. And, I wish they would have offered something like that in my high school when I was growing up,
Right. It's really kind of a unique program. I know that as teachers, sometimes you wish you had those kids in class still, but it's also nice to get those kids the opportunity to see what life is like in an adult working world.
Sure.
I heard on the local news here earlier that companies are starting to hire, older workers because the younger ones may not have the experience to be successful right away.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is just a great program that kind of mitigates that gap.
Yeah, I love it.
So the Saints fire some shots and they miss, but they get their own rebound, and Mateo's able to put that one back in. 2:15 here in the third period. With a score of 61-9, your San Juan Diego Saints were leading. Mateo's able to poke that one out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Eagles. And the Eagles inbound the ball here. Have that one knocked out of bounds. No, rather it's stolen by Mateo. The senior's able to pass it over to Mondo, and Mondo's going to bring it across midcourt. Mondo gets the pick set for him as he drives it in down to the block where Mateo is. He gets in the ball, and that one is a foul on Mateo as he's shooting, so he's going to go to the line. Well, I don't know what your weather is like where you are watching this game. I know in some parts of the country it's pretty cold, but here in Austin we had some pretty good wind last night, Gary.
We did. It really scared my cats. I could tell you that much. It was rattling our siding and blowing over trash cans in the street, and my cats were not having it.
I slept right through it. Down to under a minute here in the third period. Well, I know that I know the wind knocked out some power around town and things like that. So if you're watching somewhere and you don't have power, we're thinking about you. Hopefully that has been restored for you. All those people getting snowed on. Hope you guys stay safe and warm. We get a little bit of some sloppy play here. So Diego Sanchez gets his first foul of the game with that push, and the Eagles will inbound the ball. Inbound it under the basket and have that one stolen. Mateo has it as he drives it. Gets it quickly over to Aiden McCormick, who puts up a shot off the glass, and it's good. And that's the end of the third period here in Austin, Texas at San Juan Diego Catholic High School. With your score, your San Juan Diego Saints 64, the Summit Christian Eagles 9. All right, we're going to start our fourth period of action here at San Juan Diego Catholic High School. The last quarter here, score is 64-9. San Juan Diego Saints in front. The Saints make a whole host of substitutions here. Their starters are pretty much taken out. We get a bunch of new guys in. So the Eagles have it. Still getting some pressure from the Saints there. And we end up getting a reach-in foul here on number 15.
Just like to take a moment and let everyone know that our next broadcast will be January the 18th, when the San Juan Diego Saints will take on Concordia out of Pflugerville.
That was a good game earlier in the year, I think, for the Saints, so that should be fun playing Concordia. So the Saints are going to take it out of bounds. Number 22, Hazen Edgerly, is going to inbound it for the Saints. Pass it inbound to Edwin Martinez. Edwin Martinez takes it at the top of the arc, drives it into the lane, puts up a shot, and that one falls for him, and it counts. Maybe it doesn't count. So that was before the shot, so they just take it out of bounds. We got Hazen again to inbound the ball for the Saints. He inbounds it long range to Maddox. Maddox takes the long range three, and that one's off the mark. The Eagles get the rebound, and they throw it out of bounds. So that one's going to be coming back the other direction with the Saints. Maddox Gonzalez will inbound the ball for the Saints. He inbounds it to Edwin Martinez here. Diego Sanchez sets the pick. Edwin drives it, puts up a shot, and that one falls. So Summit Christian will bring it back the other direction. Hazen guards him. Maddox has the guard on there. Eagles get a little penetration in the middle, and that one goes no good. It's going to be a penalty on the Saints. So we had a couple shots here as that was a shooting foul. 5:30 to go in the game. And while we're doing that, we'll take the time to thank some of our sponsors: Dell Technologies, the Diocese of Austin, Kestra Financial, Santa Cruz, St. Ignatius Martyr Catholic School, St. Mary Cathedral, Vincent and Elkins, and Autocraft Bodyworks. So the Eagles have now pushed the score up to 12. Edwin Martinez has it, puts up a shot, and that misses, but Hayden gets the rebound. Hazen, excuse me. So we have a score of 66-12 here with 4:40 to go in the game. The Saints put up another basket, and that one's no good from Isaiah, who takes it back out to the top of the arc. Kicks it over to Edwin. Edwin takes a long-range three. That one's off the mark and no good. Eagles get that rebound in their double team, but then they throw it away. Maddox is able to put the rebound up and in, and he'll also go to the line. Heck of a play by Maddox. For those of you out there, Maddox loves computers. He's in my programming class.
Nice.
Did a little Python. His free throws up and no good. The Eagles get that rebound, and they bring it back the other direction.
Well, this is a good opportunity for those youngsters to get in there and get some playing time.
Yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see. We got 3:40 to go in the game. That was a penalty. That's on Maddox Gonzalez. That's his first of the game. Eagles will take two shots here. And the first one's up and off the mark. Second one's up and off the mark as well, but they get the rebound. That ball gets knocked out of bounds, and this will stay with the Eagles. Get it underneath the hoop to put that shot up, and that one's no good. The Saints get the rebound. Max pushes it up the floor, passes it quickly to Hazen. Hazen has it down at the block, puts a shot up off the glass, and that one's good. Heck of a shot by Hazen there. And this one's going to stay with the Saints as the Eagles brought it inbounds and back out of bounds. Don't see that very often.
No. I mean,
Maddox with the long-range three on the quick inbound. Misses that one a little bit long, and the Eagles will bring it back the other direction. They push the pace. They drive it into the lane, and they put that one up, and that one's good by number 21 for the Eagles, so they tack on a couple more. 2:22 to go in the game. Isaiah's got it for the Saints as he drives it, kicks it over to Edwin. Edwin takes a three. That one's no good. Eagles take it back the other way, and we have roller skates now. We go the other way. That one's up and no good, but the Eagles get that rebound, and there's a penalty.
some nice sportsmanship there from the Eagles.
Oh.
Running and gunning. The Eagles running and gunning in the second half.
Right? They were picking up the pace there. So they'll take their shot. 1:40 to go in the game. That one falls. And we get a second one to fall for the Eagles. So they tack on 2 more points. That makes the score 70-16. Saints have it as they bring it across midcourt. Isaiah's got it at the top of the arc, and he's passing it over to Maddox. Maddox tries to pass it into Hazen and has that ball knocked away by the Eagles. Saints will inbound the ball. Down to the last minute of action, folks. Maddox to inbound the ball. Passes it into Edwin. Edwin to Isaiah. Isaiah drives it hard into the lane but misses. Hazen fights hard for that rebound and gets it. Hazen's now on the ground. He's looking, he's double teamed, and he has to throw that one away. The Eagles take it back the other way, but he gets the steal off a heck of an effort play. Diego Sanchez has it, tries to pass it long range, and that one goes out of bounds. Down to the last 20 seconds here.
That was a nice hustle there.
I love to see that. Hazen's really playing a good game right now. Edwin's got it, and he brings it across midcourt. Down to the last 10 seconds. Coming up on the last 10 seconds. We're just going to dribble this one out, I guess. So the Saints will walk away with their 12th win on the year, making their record 12-10. They'll be 3-0 in district, so that puts them in first place in their district of 2A, District 5. And ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure to be here with you tonight as we watch the victorious Saints and the Eagles shake hands at the end of the game. We want to thank you guys for being with us and hanging out with us through this broadcast today. My name is Ryan Dunning. For my partner in crime, Gary Delgado, I'd like to say thank you, God bless, and good night.
Another one bites the dust.